my favorite short stories is about a middle school girl who becomes a werewolf. It's a typical coming-of-age story, but also one of transformation. Her breasts disappear, her period stops, she becomes sleek and powerful. She even eats her bully's face off. The story lives in an anthology of werewolf tales. My copy's spine is permanently creased where the story begins. Whenever I was having a bad day at school, I would come home and reread it. It gave me a sense of relief, a belief that one night everything might finally change. I carried that fantasy with me for a long time. In 2019, my world had shrunk to the four walls of a condo. I'd become agoraphobic, and for those of you who don't know what that means, I was afraid to leave the house. Whenever I had to go somewhere without my partner, my body would revolt, all racing heartbeats and sweaty palms. After losing my job the year prior, I was determined, dead set on making art my full-time job. Every night I would practice my craft and post it to social media, but nothing ever came of it. On the outside, it looked like I was living a dream life, but on the inside, I was a nervous wreck. I felt like a fraud, a leech barely deserving of breath. In some of my darkest moments, I thought of ways to go out. The balcony seemed inviting, but too close. I didn't want my partner to come home and find a body. More often than not, I just wished that I could disappear. Isolation gave me too much time to think. I'd struggled with body issues since I was a teenager. I spent years trying to shape myself into something that I was not. Terrified that an errant hair would give me away. During the spiral, I realized two things. One, I might not be neurotypical, and two, I might be trans, and I desperately did not want the latter to be true. What I knew of trans people came from Tumblr stereotypes and extreme body modification stories. I didn't want to be one of those people, but there were things that I couldn't deny. When I started socially transitioning and eventually went on HRT, things improved for a while. I started finding interest in my hobbies again. I experienced real pleasure instead of just faking it. And then, in 2022, everything collapsed. My partner decided that he didn't want to be in a gay relationship anymore. He wanted a wife, kids, a future that didn't include me. And after everything that I had poured into change, I still couldn't support myself. Living with my ex was like living with two different people, sometimes kind, familiar, sometimes openly transphobic. It felt like I was constantly walking on eggshells. And for the first time in years, I wanted to be anywhere but inside. What initially was safe was now hostile, too much and too little, overstimulating and understimulating at the same time. And so, I went outside. It turns out taking on male pronouns was easy, but actually putting myself out there, that was hard. When Cascades Raptor Center finally started taking volunteers again, I jumped at the chance to become an education volunteer. What I ended up instead was a greeter, the one position that I really didn't want. Me, the person who had locked themselves away for 5 years doing frontline retail, I thought it was going to be a nightmare. I stumbled over my lines, I could barely keep eye contact, but eventually I learned the flow of it. I also joined Eugene Frontrunners, a queer running group. Initially, I just powered through the 2-mile walk alone, but slowly I started opening up, chatting before and after the walks, going to dinners afterwards, and before long I had committed myself to walking and talking with somebody new every night. And if someone didn't have a partner, I would walk with them, because frontrunners never walk alone. I made friends, I helped strangers move. I even started teaching part-time art classes here in the community, something that I never thought I would be brave enough to do. Transition helped me move through the world, but it wasn't a cure-all. Change didn't happen overnight with claw, fur, or fangs like in the story, but I am transformed nonetheless. Hi, my name is Levi Whittier. I am an intertwined storyteller, and I am a second-year master's student at the University of Oregon studying nonprofit management. I received an email from one of the folks in my department, Bob Choquette. He asked me to jump, and I said, how high? So I'm mostly a 2D visual artist, and doing performance is not something that I am used to, and Intertwined kind of gave me that unique experience. This story is definitely for people who might feel like they're stuck in life and can't figure out a way to get out. And also, I'm trans, by the way, so I think it's really important right now, especially right now, to be visible and to be seen with polarizing opinions. I'm putting myself out there and being brave and telling people my story.